That toy life. To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.
That toy life.
What up, guys? Hello. How's my homies doing? Huh? How y'all babies been? Y'all been buying up toys? Y'all been shooting up the Hasbro stock market?
We have. I have
Probably not Ashley.
I have contributed a little bit to the Hasbro stock market.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say I know that I've been hearing that, like, I've noticed that everything's gone up in price, like gas, and well, that's fluctuated, but food, especially like accessories. But I've noticed that toys have gone up a lot, and I'm kind of butthurt about it because NECA's getting kind of high, but I've heard the Hasbro's been getting kind of wild. Is that true? Not true?
No, it's very, very, very true. Let me show you. I was going to save this for my haul for the week, but I bought this guy, this Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, at the Wally World this past weekend, or this past week. And this figure, of course, you see no plastic because we're saving the worth here.
I've noticed that they've started is it just in phases? Because I've seen some stuff that's like that, and then some that seem to be new but still have plastic. I think
it has to do with release. I think stuff had already been scheduled that was in that packaging.
Okay.
So this is just they're phasing it in. So that's going to be phased out, and this will be the standard.
Yeah. So if you notice, like the Thor Love and Thunder figures, the first initial shipment of those figures had plastic. And then
I remember those. Yeah, because all
didn't. It looked like this.
Oh, yeah. I do, because I remember specifically the Thor Love and Thunder all were plastic.
Yeah. Well, so and I think those figures were $24.99 at the time.
That's usually the price point, I think, for Hasbro, because it used to be $19.95 or something like that. $19.95, and then it was, but yeah, I feel like 24 sounds about right.
Yeah, in the past year though, just this year, they went from 19 something to 22 something, and then they went from 22 something to 24 something. I'm talking about in this year. This guy is $27.99. I had no idea till I went to the checkout, and I was already in line, and I had a bunch of people behind me, and I was like, "Oh God, I'll take it back if I have to. I'll just go ahead and buy it." Nothing really like major special about this figure. I'm looking.
He looks good.
I mean, he looks good. He doesn't come with a Build-A-Piece figure. You know, he does come with, if you look on the back, he comes with, oh my God, some extra pair of hands and a web line. Woo! I mean, do you think that's $27.99?
No.
Off
not
a figure
really.
That they have probably, this Spider-Man figure, this Buck, I don't know. I'm sure this figure has been reused like multiple times to paint multiple Spideys.
I'm sure.
In fact, there's a symbiote Spidey in this same wave.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that one.
I mean,
that's just odd that it's almost like you're paying for the packaging, like you paid for the extra paper or something. I don't know. It's I
don't know. I think I was listening to the stock report from Hasbro, and they have the new CEO. His name's Chris Cox, and his goal is to make money hand over fist. At the expense of everybody. They just had a massive layoff.
He's doing the David Zaslav version of.
He came from Wizards of the Coast.
Oh,
yeah, which Hasbro owns, right? Mm-hmm. But the original CEO of Hasbro, I think, passed away. Mm-hmm. He had a battle with cancer or something, and he passed away. And this other guy stepped up. But then, from the sounds of his little speech, he's trying to make the toy company a gaming company now. Like Hasbro needs to be focused on games and profit.
Like tabletop games or video games and stuff.
Whatever. He probably wants to make Wizards of the Coast like Hasbro. He probably wants to make Hasbro like Wizards of the Coast, where the focus is gaming, which is I don't know. You're taking like the biggest known toy company in the world. I don't get it when you can go to Walmart and get a figure like this for what? $19.99.
I was going to say, like, Todd McFarlane seems to be pretty adamant about keeping it that price point at that $20, and I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I guess they save money with I'm guessing the paint style and things like that. But look at that.
This guy doesn't have much paint on him, you know.
Well, I guess I was just saying, like, they don't. I just don't know about quality or whatever, like paint material they use. Apparently, I didn't know that. Does McFarlane use a cheaper material or something? I
don't know. Maybe, this guy may have a few more pieces of articulation, but he's 6-inch scale. This guy's 7-inch scale, so he's bigger figure. And if you look at the textures across the body, I mean, the sculpt is nicer than this guy. Where it's just a basic body buck, and they just paint the costume on. They paint hard lines and everything to separate the red from the blue. Here, I mean, at least you have the sculpted detail that's painted. I don't get it.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the cloaked Black Adam in a little bit more expensive? Like, have a little bit more price to it?
I don't know. I hadn't seen. I don't know.
I think so. I think I could have swore I noticed that somewhere.
Let's go to the Amazons here and check it out. Black Adam, or maybe that's an exclusive to a certain store. Or do you know?
I've seen it in. I've even seen it in. I've seen it in a couple different stores. I've seen it in Books A Million.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, GameStop, $19.99. Amazon, $19.99. Big
For
Bad
the
Toy
cloak
Store,
version?
$19.99. The cloak.
Huh. Okay. So I misremembered. Okay, that's
my
fault.
There is a version with like the one that I have here that has a throne. That he comes with a throne to sit on.
Mm-hmm.
That may be a little more expensive. I don't know. I hadn't really looked at that, but I mean, I just think it's ridiculous. If you compare the Superpowers figures that McFarlane's putting out at Walmart, $9.97, and then you go and look at Hasbro's retro Marvel figures, which are smaller and cost what, $3 more now, $4 more, and less articulation than the Superpowers figures. So I mean, something right. And if I don't know if you keep up with Transformers, but if you look at the cost of Transformers lately, dude, those things are skyrocketing. Like for the 6-inch, just the deluxe Transformer. I mean, 6-inch scale. This is G.I. Joe, I know, but I mean, Hasbro owns the license. It's not like they're paying a licensing fee to Marvel or Disney. Hasbro owns the Transformers, and they charge a freaking arm and a leg. I want to say they're almost $30 for the 6-inch scale Transformer. Now, even the G.I. Joes, man, 20-something bucks, and they own the license. They're not paying. They're keeping all that profit. It just, I don't know. It's irritating to me, big time. And it's not like they're doing like a smaller run. Like for a company like Super 7 or NECA, who don't put out as many of these guys. So, I can see why there's probably a premium on that because their runs aren't as big as what Hasbro's doing. Same thing with this freaking $350 or almost $400 Ghost Rider HasLab. I mean, it's a car.
I was shocked. I mean, did that actually?
It's still going. It's still going. But every day they're losing backers.
Oh, they are losing them.
Yeah, they peaked at like maybe 5,500. Now they're down to 5,000. Yeah. I mean, and then they, at the beginning they promised all these figures. You'll never see these figures again. But if we reach 10,000, we get Mephisto, and if we reach 12,000, we get Madeline Pryor, and I mean, they just kept rolling out. Well, that was only 2 that they actually showed, but I think they talked about what kind of hinted at what might be coming in that line, but the $350 or $400 price point for that scale of vehicle with as little detail on it as it is, compare it to, I think Jada Toys makes one similar scale for $40.
Yeah, that is a really weird. It seems like both of their active projects right now look like they're not doing terribly well.
Even the Batmobeast from McFarlane Toys, that huge, death metal vehicle was, I don't know, max $79.99. Max. I don't even know if it was that much, because right now he has a shelled down version of it at Walmart, I think for $40. I just don't understand how McFarlane can put these things out so much cheaper than Hasbro can.
Speaking of McFarlane, that confounds me. He claims, he's like, look, I'm not worried about the money. I'm not trying to make money. Something else is going on there, but it's pretty cool that he's able to get that done and get it down, or keeping it that low.
Yeah.
Which we say that now, and it might bump up in the first of the year or something to $22 or something.
I don't know. It might. I don't know. It could be any number of factors that could be causing, suppliers for McFarlane, for his materials, for his stuff. He might have a better deal with them.
What I don't understand is he's a smaller guy.
I think he's probably also trying to not go out of his wheelhouse too far. If you kind of, if you look at the McFarlane Toys website now, you'll see, their bread and butter is mainly just action figures. And it sounds like, from what you're saying about Hasbro, they're trying. I mean, they've been more than just simply toy. They've been more than simply a toy company for years. So when they have so much stuff, eventually, I guess, stuff will spread thin. And I guess they got to recoup costs from one project that probably doesn't do nearly as well as they hoped. So they probably have to raise, get money from something that is selling better. I
will say, though, just to get off the whole harping on pricing and stuff. Speaking of McFarlane, did y'all see about the leak for the new Flash movie, like the figures they're going to release?
Did they show the figures?
They didn't show the figures, but it was a list of what they were releasing, and I was pretty excited about that, because they've got Keaton Batman and they've got his Batmobile, which is going to be at, what was it, $79.99? I think, something like that.
Yep.
I can't wait to see this thing, like what it's going to look like at that scale and price point. That will be, if it's pretty accurate to what was in the original movie, I might have to get it.
If they'll do I'm excited for the Fugitive Ezra figure. That's going to be awesome. He's going to have like his own little card that he hides away from the Authority figures on. It's going to be a great one. I mean, that they're going to sell.
That's horrible.
Something tells me that's going to sell.
Can I have your Flash figure?
Yeah,
I'll still take
You'll
it.
have to turn it in now, because I said something disparate. And that's funny though, because I'm not like against Ezra sticking around as Flash. As long as they are working, because it sounds like they, I think a few weeks ago they actually went and spoke with the big wigs at WB now, and I guess they worked something out. I guess maybe they made a promise that maybe we don't know.
He's getting help. That's
yeah.
I was going to say Ezra's gotten into a program and stuff, so we'll see how they do. But
that's what I say. I think that's going to be the big thing, is continuing to get better, because we've seen so many times with other people like how easy it can be to backslide. Like me and Austin, Bam Margera, he's had a rough go of it. He has a hard time staying. He keeps backsliding. So, Ezra, you need your Robert Downey Jr. moment. Hurry up and get to it.
Well, I was going to say, Home Slice is sliding to Charles Manson pretty damn quick.
Oh,
So
yeah.
either clean up your act or
Yeah.
get out of the franchise.
Oh yeah,
for
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
but-
They definitely like
but-
if they don't stick on it and actually get better and get help. Yeah, it's like
Yeah. Some of that stuff I heard was crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
Yep. So
Breaking leaks.
Yep, here's the leaks for the Flash movie. Wow. No pictures, folks. No pictures. But look, so you get the Flash, alternate reality Flash. I don't know what, we're guessing.
I'm guessing the Speed Force would be like a kind of like see-through and stuff like that. Or
Well, there was a
and
Speed
all that.
Force Flash that was released with Justice League that was kind of how was it actually? Was it
Yeah,
was
it was
transparent or was it just
No,
blue
it
paint?
wasn't. But on his back, he had
Yeah.
the blue.
It was like a whitish bluish.
Yeah.
Kind of make it look like he was
Yeah,
running
really.
through the Speed Force. Yeah.
Then
This is
Dark
making me want to
Flash.
watch Justice League again because
Wait,
Mike-
so Dark Flash is going to be in the movie?
I guess so.
Huh.
Michael Keaton's Batman.
Ben
Yeah,
Affleck's
That would be pretty
Batman.
cool to get on. Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Batcycle, Batmobile. Yep, that's the Keaton Batmobile.
So
12
I'm
inch
guessing-
Flash.
since they're doing the Bat cycle, which I think is supposed to be Affleck's Batman cycle, right? Oh wait,
yes,
wait.
yes.
Oh,
yes.
wait, actually,
you're
never
right.
mind. Because I saw above where it said Ben Affleck's Batman. I skipped it, and I thought, oh well, it seems like it's a given that he'll be in it. So,
Oh yeah.
or that there'll be a figure for it.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have a Supergirl figure. Interesting.
Well, that was something I think Todd brought up a while back. It was kind of a controversial thing. He got, I think he got some people annoyed with him that he, I think he got asked about it. Why doesn't he make as many female character figures? And I think he mentioned something about they don't sell as well. I think that got him into a little bit of hot water. Like, because there are some great female characters that would be like from previous movies that would have been great to have a figure for, like Ratcatcher 2 from the Suicide Squad. I would have loved a figure of her.
Yep.
That is a good debate. I was going to ask, is that actually Supergirl in that picture?
Yes.
From the set or something? So that's
Sasha
what Supergirl's
Kelly.
going to look like?
Yep.
Okay.
Of
I was just
course,
wondering
a
if that was just
CGI cape. I'm assuming.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I was going to say that's the first I've seen of that. So,
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I hadn't ever seen that. So that's pretty cool.
Yep. And there's rumors they were filming what do you call them? Pickups for the Flash. in
Oh
LA
yeah, I did hear about that
last week.
Mhm.
And people saw, which it's LA, but people saw Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot Gadot or whatever
Mhm.
in LA at the same time. Like
Oh, wow.
within the same.
So they're
few
still
days.
they're still filming
Yeah.
pickup stuff
And
for the
Ezra.
Flash?
And Ezra. Well, they're doing pickups now, I think.
Right. Okay. I thought they had
And-
already done pickups. I was like, man, they
Well-
must be. Well, they do have a long time to get this movie ready. So I'm like, they might have like 3
Well,
or 4 different
I think
post shoots.
Dwayne Johnson's influence has played a part in some of this.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's
I know. I was playing dumb in your text message earlier.
There's-
I know. And I know for a fact now that is true because somebody screenshotted some like the
So yeah, Dwayne Johnson has some swinging power.
yeah. They like the end of the movie when they're rolling the credits and it says like they list some of the comic creators who thank you to blah 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 blah, and then right under that it says blank and blank created by so and so, so that character is in the movie. Yep. And
I
I'm
keep
like-
forgetting their names, but the 2 guys for Superman, right?
I was trying to keep it secret from you there, Austin. Yeah, it says just Superman created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster.
Siegel and Schuster. Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
right. Yeah.
that's been hitting the rounds. Yeah, that it's confirmed now that they managed to get an actual cameo, full cameo, not headless cameo that we got in like Shazam, a full Henry Cavill cameo
Because a comic writer, J.M. DeMatteis was.
Yeah.
He posted the image on Twitter, and he's like, "Wow, I get thanked in this movie for I don't even know why." So apparently he contributed to some character in the movie at some point, but he doesn't know why he was being thanked for it.
It's one of the inner gang criminals.
Yeah, and he put the screenshot there of the thank yous, and right under it says Superman created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's gonna be. I wonder once that movie comes out next weekend, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, 18th, 3rd, and something like that. Yeah,
because that's gonna be that's gonna be probably for the next week. That's gonna be
the movie,
roiling around the internet. So I wonder if WB will announce anything at any time about anything, like because that sounds like they were playing it close to their chest about that whole cameo.
The rumor mill already has it pegged as another movie for him.
I hope so.
Called Superman. That's the title.
That's fine with me.
Yep.
The only thing I'll hope for is that they'll keep the cat I hope nobody is recast if they can help it.
Yeah,
I loved Fishburne's Perry White. He was awesome. I hope Amy Adams can come back and play Lois again.
Yeah, I just want to see. I want to at least have a decent wrap up of their story of all those. Or just more. I just want to see more of that universe. I agree. They were great.
So I think the status quo, it sounds like, is going to be that not so much I think the original plan seemed like it was going to be Supergirl was going to replace Superman. Yeah. And now it looks more like that she's going to be added to his universe instead of replacing his universe, which I like a lot more. Yeah.
And it also sounds like the big three are going to be staples, like cameo staples in most of the upcoming DC movies. Yep.
But
rumor mill.
Yeah. Well, I also heard rumor mill that the Affleck Keaton thing is still weird. Like I've heard some people say Keaton is going to be kind of the sticking, like the Batman we see for a little bit, or at least for now, after the Flash. But there's still going to be some kind of post-credit scene that's going to show that Ben's Batman is somewhere in the multiverse. I don't know. I hope.
I don't know. The last I heard was they're Keaton's one and done.
Yeah, they're backtracking on the Keaton.
Yeah, he's one and done. But I don't know. So
we bet too hard on this one, guys.
Yep.
We bet too hard on this 70-year-old actor.
So here's a list of the leaked announcements for Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom figures.
Okay.
Of course, Aquaman the dark suit, or the camo. The nod to the camo suit from the 80s.
I do dig that suit though. Yeah.
Black Manta, which is cool.
Yeah.
King Atlan, that'll be a cool figure right there.
So how are you liking the new suit compared with the one in the first movie?
You talking about the dark blue compared to the orange?
No. The Black Manta's new suit. Sorry.
Oh,
it's a lot more comic accurate.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a lot less bulky. It's not as bulky. So I think I dig. I might be digging this a little bit more than the first one, but I hadn't seen it in action. And
yeah.
I don't remember it enough, so I can't remember. But it was
more solid.
I remember this looks great.
Movie. Yeah. It was more solid
you're
black.
right. You're right. Yeah, this looks great. I like this.
Yeah. Well, that's probably some form of black on his helmet.
Yeah.
It's just like a shinier black.
Yeah.
It's like a gunmetal kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it does look like it. What I'm liking about it is it does look like an evolution of the suit from the previous movie in that he's getting better. The technology kind of compacting it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know one thing, man. Everybody has been working hard at their abs, and I'm just proud of them. They've just been. They probably had a contest going and stuff.
I know it. So you got King Kordax over here, and then Storm. This is going to be kind of cool. Have Aquaman riding this dude.
Oh, I didn't know about that. That's going to be great.
Yep.
I'm for it.
And then some other leak stuff. So you got Unmasked Fate from Black Adam.
God, that's crazy to see Pierce Brosnan like that. That's
Yeah, because I
Like a
think that's a
superhero
CG suit, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think because I saw some behind the scenes photos of him, I guess doing something like this scene, and he's just wearing one of those
Like
gray
green.
CG suits.
Oh, okay. He was just Green Man.
I think what it is more like a gray tracking suit. I think so they can track the movements, and then they can just put the skin over it, basically.
So it looks like they're doing a variant for Cyborg from Teen Titans.
Cool.
Nega, I think, is what it was called. NEGA, Nega. So, which I'm assuming this is just the regular Cyborg that's already been released with a different paint app. You would think. And Beast Boy, I've been waiting for that. That Beast Boy.
Beast Boy.
Dead man. I haven't seen him as a figure in a while.
Yeah.
Tell me, I could be wrong, but the last time I really remember him in a big wave was Brightest Day.
Yeah, Brightest Day. I was going to say New 52.
Because I have that one. Yeah, because I have that figure. Yeah, man. That'll be pretty great to see him back.
Yep. Then Deadshot from, I don't know if that's the Suicide Squad game.
Yeah, that's the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Deadshot.
Okay. And then you got all this L&X crap.
I have no clue what this is. It looks like that's Greg Capullo's artwork.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it's some of the newer comic stories.
I was going to say I love the artwork. I just don't know anything about what they're wearing.
Yep.
When I see Capullo,
the Dark Knight's metal. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's. Okay.
I was going to say. So this is Scott Snyder storyline still. Okay, all right.
That must be bringing in some big bucks for
I think he's basically become their current this era of DC Comics. He's like their Jeff Johns right now. I've noticed.
Yeah,
he's their big event guy. He's kind of the one doing all these big things that the rest of the DC universe kind of revolves around, I guess you would say.
But there's been so many of these death metal or death.
I've lost track.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many of those figures. I mean, they must be pulling in bank for him.
Yeah,
he wouldn't be.
You get all these variants of these characters, and they're I guess extreme character, character variants,
fit that McFarlane look too.
Yeah, like that Rockstar Superman.
Yeah. Of course, I think we're getting a Shazam figure from the movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, I wonder if they're going to do the family.
That's a good question. It doesn't list it here. Yeah. That doesn't mean it's not there.
Maybe in another wave or something.
Red X. I don't know if that's I don't know who these pictures come from. So I don't know if it's Red X from Teen Titans, the cartoon, or that comic.
Is that Kingdom Come Batman?
Yeah, it looks like a Kingdom Come Batman.
Oh man, that would be great if that comes out. Oh, if that's real, I may actually have to get that.
Vampire Batman? That looks kind of cool.
I have no clue what that is. Okay, that's not deceased, so that's vampires.
Yeah.
Huh.
So Batman Beyond vehicle, cool. Batman Hush vehicle, Batmobile. Wow.
Oh yeah, the Hush Batmobile was okay. Yeah, I like
Lobo
that one.
Space Hog. That's kind of cool. And George the Hyena from
You
Death
love Uranus.
Where you see that? You love Uranus. Oh, that Lobo. Then
oh boy.
Oh,
I see something. What is that?
That's
what kind of Batwing is that?
I don't know. It looks like the 89 Batwing.
Well, I mean, I know it's the 89. I'm just saying, what is it? Is it like a?
I think that's a 6-inch, scale Batwing.
Oh my gosh, I want that.
Wait, so is this supposed to be a Batman Hush Superman? Because I thought they already did him.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's definitely I know that cover anywhere. That's definitely
that's Hush. That's Hush.
Yeah.
And of course, we've seen a couple of these. Like this is actual figure Injustice Supergirl that was leaked.
Okay.
And then this Reverse Flash from the Superpowers line has been leaked.
So is this supposed to be? And also Jay Garrick up at the top. Is that so?
That looks like that's Alex Ross artwork. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Are they going to do a line where they're kind of styled in the Alex Ross style or something?
I don't know. A regular edition. I don't know what that means. I guess he doesn't have the green eyes or the red eyes or whatever.
Just regular Superman, not Ivy. Okay, yeah, because he was they had the Ivy version of him. Okay.
Yeah. Jay Garrick, I guess that's just a comic
DC
version.
Classics, yeah. Okay.
And then Page Punchers Injustice Supergirl, Injustice Dr. Fate, which we've already gotten an Injustice Dr. Fate. 2 of them. I don't know. And I'm sure that's just, is this just for the rest of the, this can't be just for the rest of the year. What is this? This is just stuff that's been leaked right now. But I mean, if you go back and look at how many action figures he released in the DC Multiverse line and subsequently the Page Punchers, I mean, it's got to be nearing 100, right? It's crazy.
A lot. I mean,
let's look. I'm sure, is there a checklist here? Yeah, hang on. Where's that? DC. McFarlane. Is there? Well, I mean, it's hard to single figures. I mean, you could go through and count. I mean, that's a huge long list of figures just right there.
Yeah.
Not including like movies from the Batman or Black Adam or the gold and platinum figures, or the multi-packs or the mega figures, which there was quite a few mega figures at $39.99. I mean, dude is kicking out a crazy amount of figures a year, So, but enough of the DC talk.
Let's jump on that NECA for a second because they've been coming out with some cool stuff. Me and Ray were geeking out over this because they've been putting out the Universal monsters with, mixed with the Turtles, and now they've got Casey Jones coming out. I guess this is like a Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
And I'm also guessing that this is just this is supposed to be just a regular Casey Jones, not based on a movie version.
Yeah, it's kind of weird with these. Yeah, it's sort of like with April, they actually use the actress for her likeness. For her likeness.
For her likeness. Yeah, I like that word.
Her likeness. I like that. Her likeness. But no, she had to use. They got to use her face and everything, her sculpt. But it's just kind of a free for all.
Yeah. But I think if you look at the turtle figures, aren't they the movie turtle figures?
Yeah, I think they are.
Not really though. They feel like they're kind of it's kind of, some of them are nods to certain parts of the movie Turtles, but they just seem sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like they're sort of whatever. One of them is like a nod to the movie Turtles because I think it's Mikey because his face is rotted, almost like that picture of the rotted turtle face. But I think they're just sort of,
because the mask looks a lot like his movie mask.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would lean more towards movie.
Probably more heavily movie, but I wouldn't say totally.
It looks like leaning toward the movie, but without having to pay Elias Koteas likeness fees.
No, exactly.
But your face is hidden.
But no, I was going to say, in the spirit of Halloween, they did just announce. I think everybody's going to go nuts. It looks like next year they're going to do a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. So I think people are going to go crazy over that. I know for sure because I know that I've bought a lot of it for my wife.
We got the Nun from the Nun movie with the nun about the nun that's
the nun. The nun. It's nun.
The nun that's not a nun. She's not a nun.
So have y'all seen the monsters yet?
I have. Yeah. Have you, Ray?
Well, am I supposed to see it? Because I don't want to see it.
It's up to you. I mean, it's like if you're a Monsters fan, then watch it. If not, then don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say I'm actually excited for the figure. I love this grandpa figure.
I do like how Daniel Roebuck looks as him. Like it doesn't look anything like Daniel Roebuck unless you know that it's like when I first saw the teaser and he popped out through the doorway, I was flabbergasted. It was like, who did they cast as him? Because it looks like he stepped out of the old TV show through time.
Yeah. No, the thing is have you seen it, Ashley?
I tried, man.
You tried?
He tried.
I was going to say, it's not, to me, it wasn't that great, but it was filled with a lot of Monsters stuff. So if you're like a Monsters fanatic, you would love it. But to me, it wasn't even a Monsters. It was like, it felt like we've had a Monsters movie. Like we had a big theatrical Monsters movie and it was a hit. And now this was
Prequel.
this was the direct to VHS spinoff.
Yes.
It was like Monsters in Love, where we get to see how they became the monsters, and like basically there's not much conflict in the movie. You just kind of go from point A to point B to point, and it's like them falling in love, getting married, going on their honeymoon.
But how long did it take to get Herman in the movie?
It did take a while. It did take a little bit, I will say though, the positives is that the casting was great because Herman was excellent. The Count, Grandpa, they called him the Count there because he's not technically, I guess, a grandpa yet, but the Count, perfect. Daniel Roebuck. And Herman was played by oh Lord, I always want to say Jeff Bridges something. It's
are you leaving out the masterclass acting of Sherry Moon Zombie?
Oh god,
I'm getting to her. I'm trying to show everybody their time. I was Fred Gwynn played the original. I'm trying to look at the new Jeff Daniel Phillips.
Yeah.
He's been a mainstay, I guess, in Rob Zombie movies. And he's been in other things too. I think he was involved in the Caveman commercials for Geico. He might have been the main one. I really can't remember, but he's been around for a while, but he finally got his due and was able to play Herman. I think he really wanted to do it, and I think he knocked it out of the park. Like, he is spot on, like the original Herman. When he's really getting going.
I never made
the
it
grandpa
far,
was, huh?
I never made it that far. I gave up before they even got to Herman.
He was
here. Where did y'all watch it at?
Netflix.
Oh, it is on Netflix? Okay.
Yeah, it's on Netflix now.
Maybe I'll give it a chance and try it out.
I say just give it a chance. It's not that terrible. It definitely seems like something happened with the budget. I really can't. I can't say it's not my cup of tea, but I can't say it's not somebody else's.
I will say one thing always about every Rob Zombie movie I've ever watched. There's not been any movie where I have been able to really enjoy a performance by Sherry Moon Zombie at all. Like,
yeah, here, she's. I'm not going to say she's the front and center because it's pretty much like. I think it's like Herman's game, but once it gets going, but she's in it for the most of it too, and she's kind of the same old. She's really dreamy and Hermie, and it's just it's there. It's so campy. It's the most non-Rob Zombie movie you'll ever watch because they don't talk about bodily fluids or curse words every 5 seconds.
No white trash.
Yeah, pretty much. I just felt like it looked like he gave it a fair shake, but I think something happened with the budget or something. I don't know. But somebody did point out it's a Universal. I think it's got 1440 production is what they're called, Universal 1440, and apparently they're the ones that do all those straight to DVD like sequels that nobody asked for, like Bulletproof 2 or Cop and a Half Part 2, and all that kind of stuff. Huh?
I forgot there was a Bulletproof 2.
Yeah, stuff. So it's just but apparently they must have probably shorted Rob on the budget, so he spent it the majority of it on Mockingbird Lane, and then that was pretty much it. And but I just feel like the toys. Let's get off of that though. But the toys I felt were done really good. I would not like. I couldn't be surprised if I buy the grandpa. I would love to get him. He looks really good.
Dude, the toys look great. So just looking at the toys, those are cool action figures,
Oh yeah. The Zombo.
So go up a little bit real quick before we go down to Chucky. Go up a little bit more. No, I was gonna say before we get to the Chucky. Who is that? What is that supposed to be? No, to the left.
This is the new Predator, isn't it, from Prey?
Oh, okay. I couldn't. Yeah. I was really trying to figure out what the silhouette was with that skull. I couldn't. Oh man, that is great.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Oh man, yeah, I might have to get that. But I would also love it if they would make if they made a figure of what's her name? What's the girl's name in the movie? Nobu.
I can't remember her name, but they need to because I would get both of them.
Yeah,
because they could give her a lot of different accessories and stuff too.
Yeah,
and I feel like
her little hatchet on the hatchet on the line.
Yeah, no, it's that she would actually make a really good figure.
Naru.
That would be a waste not to do that.
Yeah. So we got a. Oh, so is that an actual figure for a face hugger?
Something.
I don't know. It looks like they're teasing something here, but I mean,
Cool.
I don't know if they've done that in the past or not, but oh my God, I can't. This is nightmare fuel to me. I can't do it. Those things are crazy. Whew. And I just watched Hellraiser, the new Hellraiser, for the first time. I've never seen a Hellraiser movie before.
What?
Yeah, it freaked me out. I've never seen one. I just watched the new one, and it freaked me out. It's freaky. It's like,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, these are like, this is torture porn.
Yeah. Clive Barker is a freaky dude. So
torture porn before Eli Roth took it to a weird level.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
So I love that they got what's his name from Trick or Treat up there, Sam again. Is that like supposed to be a new figure with his pumpkin head form, or is that an old figure?
I think they put him out before. If I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
I remember him being out before. I was just
out.
wondering if this is a re-release or is it just
probably just I think it's just it's just like
Halloween
like
celebration.
Celebration with a photo. But yeah, I mean that's Token Razor. They need to put these in stores. I still have not seen any of that. I haven't even seen the Turtles 2 Shredder in stores yet. I haven't seen RoboCop yet. I'm still waiting for him to show up. I'm looking for the new Hocus Pocus figures for my wife. She's dying to get a hold of those. I haven't seen those yet.
Who's making the Hocus Pocus figures?
NECA. They're part of the Toonie Terrors line, so we're just waiting to hit. So I need to go. Since we're gearing up for Halloween, and Ray, you were talking about watching Halloween Kills. I need to get the Halloween Kills figure.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask you about that. If you were ever planning to get that, because
at some point I was going to eventually. I was like,
look
if I
really
didn't,
great.
I
was setting them up side by side. They look great. The progression of damage
because I still want that damaged mask. I want the burnt mask and all that stuff.
And so, I've been wondering if NECA will do Halloween Ends, Michael. That'll be
Oh, I'm sure they will. Yeah. I bet they will.
But
whatever that may be, if there's
anything really unique to how he looks in the new movie.
Which I could probably see them doing like a new Laurie figure or something like that.
Yeah.
Or they could do a special where what I could see them doing, especially for Halloween Ends, is doing like a 2-pack where it's Laurie and the granddaughter.
How about this? I would love, just because I wouldn't mind having an action figure of Will Patton. How about doing one of Deputy Hawkins?
I would definitely get that.
Come on, who wouldn't want?
Speaking of, NECA should take on the grand opportunity of doing like Armageddon figures.
Rock
Will Patton.
And
I got something coming up.
Oh yeah, Will Patton
kind of big.
Yeah. This might be proud of me. And that ties back around because do you remember who his ex-wife was? Or a separate
April O'Neil. It was April O'Neil. It was Judith Hogue. Yeah. Hadn't thought about that in a minute.
You can't come around here. It scares. I mean, what was it? The court says you can't.
I'll always I love that movie. Nobody can ever taint my love for that movie. I don't care. It's like one of the rare Michael Bay movies that I'm unapologetically
the only Michael Bay movie that got a Criterion release.
Which one is Will Patton?
That's true. Huh?
Which one's Will Patton?
Oh God, I forgot his character's name.
In Armageddon?
Rockhound is Steve Buscemi, so I had that one wrong.
Is that the same guy that's in the Denzel Washington movie about the football?
Yeah,
the coach.
Chick's the character's name in Armageddon.
Chick. Always talks kind of southern a little.
Yeah,
he's southern.
He was in the Punisher movie. He
was in Swamp Thing too. Looked a lot older in Swamp Thing.
Guess where he was born? Him. Guess where he was born? This is actually pretty cool. Guess where he was born? Charleston, South Carolina.
Huh.
Will Patton, yeah. So I'm like, that's pretty neat. And he's in the Halloween movies now, which are they were mainly Carolina productions until the third one filmed here in my town. But Speaking of, I actually just got a text message not long ago from a friend that I think his scene that he filmed in the movie made it into the trailer, I guess, or into the movie. I know I guess it must be in the movie. I haven't gotten to really look at the message yet, but but yeah, he had a scene where he drove a car, and I guess it must have made it either into a trailer or in the movie.
That's cool.
We
know Swamp Thing was filmed in North Carolina. So
who's that man in that white mask walking down that street? Who is that?
Who's that guy?
Wasn't they filming something else popular in Savannah?
Who? What?
Wasn't they filming something else in Savannah that was kind of popular?
Probably because
recently,
it had like Chris Evans and Emily Blunt. And
we've had several things. Patton Oswalt was just in town filming something.
Will Patton might have been in town because if they were doing Halloween Ends, because he's
I was gonna say Will Patton was here. But yeah, Patton Oswalt was here for something. He came by our comic shop and yeah, because his new Minor Threats comic is out, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff.
Did he sign something for you?
Not from me. I mean, I wasn't there in the store when he was there. We just did miss him, but he posted on Instagram, and we missed him. And when we came in, he had signed. I guess he had signed a bunch of them, and they had sold them. Or he had signed, or not a bunch. I mean, I think he signed like 5 of them, and then they sold them. Or kept probably. I bet some of the owners kept some and then sold the others. But no, we never got one.
Huh.
Yeah, but no, we always seem to be getting crazy stuff. I mean, just in the recent past, we had the Lady and the Tramp Disney Plus movie was filmed entirely here.
Starring Thomas Mann, who was in Halloween Kills with Will Patton as his older version of him, who was with Judith Hoag in Armageddon.
Right. And then we had, and what's really crazy is we had like the Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez wedding too.
Oh,
they were just an hour outside of town, so all these celebrities were in town. I was hoping I would at least just run into Kevin Smith because his wife. I don't know if Muse was with him, but I know Muse might have been with him, but I know him and his wife were here. And that would have just been cool. Oh yeah, Matt Damon. Matt Damon was here. I mean, there was like a lot of people, but it was just so weird. Like that never happens. You always hear about that stuff. It's a LA thing. No, they're in Savannah or right outside of Savannah. And then something happened to Ben Affleck's wife. I mean, not wife. I mean, his mother. His mother fell in a pond or something like that and hurt her leg, or I don't know. It just crazy stuff. So they had to rush her to the Memorial Hospital here, which was where my mom was at recently and stuff like that. I mean, just
wow.
That's where I had to go to for something recently. I mean, just things like that. It's odd that all this stuff is happening, at home. And then not to mention, I don't know what movie productions are what, because we have so many now that roll through town, and a lot of them are like near our house. So we don't know what they could be filming from time to time, but it's probably Marvel stuff half the time.
They're going to put a new volume in Savannah.
I mean, pretty much the Captain America, the Falcon and Winter Soldier show was filmed. Some of it was filmed here in Savannah. Like the training sequence when they were out in the yard training, throwing the shield and stuff was like not even far from my house. I mean, it was. I don't know where it's all coming from. There somebody must live here or lived here, got in with the production company, and probably has just been like, hey, these areas are cool to shoot at. Nobody will bother you. And that's for the most part they don't.
You could be an extra.
I had the time, man. I have a full-time job. I have friends that do that. They'll be extras in these movies when they come through, and they just tell me about everything. So I just let them give me the goods.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You should start a blog. Totally throw your friends under the bus.
I'll be like, ain't that great news.com?
Are we going into halls?
I thought we were. I just didn't know if you were wanting to show me something.
Oh, okay. No, I was saving that for the hall, but
we can do halls. Yeah.
No, I was going to say I was about to gear up in the halls if y'all are ready, because I've actually got a few things.
Okay, well,
because it has been a minute
since you already showed it. Go ahead and show it again.
Show it.
So I was on Whatnot last night watching Rob Liefeld's his little Whatnot stream, and I do like Rob Liefeld, so I pulled the trigger and got this Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know what issue it is, but it's a nod to his New Mutants cover. So it's the Whatnot exclusive comic cover, and he signed it, and they're sending it to CGC to get graded. So yay! I bought that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's pronounced Liefeld?
Yeah.
All these years I've called him Liefeld.
Yeah, it's Liefeld. Life failed instead of field failed.
Liefeld.
Yep. And then of course we've already seen it, but I did pick up the Black Adam figure from Farland Toys.
Okay.
And we've already seen this high price thing that I'm seriously debating on taking back to Walmart and just saying, yeah, have it. I don't want your $27.99 action figure. And then I'll wait till it goes on sale and go pick it up when it goes on clearance. But the really cool thing that I got was this. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh, say it again. Ooh. Yeah. My Blue Beetle and Booster Gold action figures. I can't wait.
Dude, aren't you aren't you a super fan of those characters? I thought those were like some of your favorite characters.
I am a super fan of Blue Beetle. Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I love Booster Gold too, but yeah, Blue Beetle is my favorite. Nice. He's like my all-time favorite superhero for whatever reason.
I was going to say these characters showed up in the Superman novel. I was reading the Death and Return of Superman or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They were in that.
Same time when they were like extra big, extra popular.
Oh, okay.
In that time frame when those comics came out. Yeah, but no, that's my haul. Here's the back of the box. And see.
That face.
Yeah, they're running from aliens. I like them. They're funny. They're stupid and funny. I guess that's why I like them so much. But that's my haul for the week.
All right.
What about you, next? Ray? You want to go next?
All right. So last week I was in Savannah, went to Planet Fun, and I bit the bullet on something because I never seen it before in person. So I figured I might as well get this while I can. I got this Last of Us Part 2 2-pack.
Mm-hmm.
It's of Joel and Ellie, the stars of the game, the first and second one. Now, they are not in here at the moment, but there's the pictures of them.
Ooh, you got ripped off. They don't even have figures in there. You bought the box.
Well, you can see some of the accessories. I'll show you the figures, but yeah, it came with multiple hands, some guns, an axe, shotgun. The glare and the lights messing up a little bit, but here are the actual figures themselves. All right, here's Joel.
Ooh,
who will be played by Pedro Pascal in the HBO series coming up next year.
Yep, I knew that.
And also here is Ellie, Ashley, who's gonna be played by Bella Ramsey in the series coming up.
No, when you said Elliot, for some reason, when you said Ella, for some reason I was thinking Elliot Page.
Elliot Page
was going to be played. He's going to be played by Elliot Page. I was like, what? I don't know.
Well, that's back in the day, people really fan casted Ellie back when he was Ellen. Because I
think it made to me it would have made sense because it just would have made bodybuild and things like that.
I think also because they look at a movie like Juno and the similarities were very. But I would say I think personally I think that her look was based a little bit more on Ashley Johnson, but they did their own interpretation. The actual woman that is the voice of her in the games, but
which is insane to think that it's Ashley Johnson that plays her in the games because I mean she doesn't look anything like her to me. And she
does a little bit more now because I think with the new technology, like if you play part 1, you'll see a little bit more because I think it's to match up the facial acting.
I was going to say I could see her facial expressions and stuff. Maybe some of her face pattern looks a little more. Yeah. But anyway, I was going to say like it's crazy that this is like her new big claim to fame is doing those video games because they're big, they're huge. Yeah. It's weird that she had that small part in Avengers and then they never expanded on. It seemed like they were wanting to do something more with that and then they never did. But
what's funny is her and Troy Baker, who's the voice of Joel in the games. Both of them are supposed to have some role coming up in the show. It's a secret by according to Druckmann and them, but they said it's more than just like little cameo nod, wink and nod roles. When you saw Nolan North and I think Uncharted, they had a little wink and nod thing for him, or when they had Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson in the Power Rangers movie. I think they actually are going to play characters that have probably not main cast but some significant role in what's going to happen in the story. So
really?
I'm interested to see what happens.
I want to know like why Troy Baker hasn't aged at all. Like the dude looks like he's 25
Yeah.
and he's 46.
Mix of good genes, and he
genes.
Seems like from what I've seen on his Instagram, he does some healthy living kind of hit.
Really?
You got to commit to that. So
he's a vegan.
He gets in one of those. He gets in one of those chambers.
He's a vegan. That's all it is.
Oh, he is.
I know.
I'm just playing. I don't know.
Oh,
that's the answer.
I was like, that would be a surprise to me. He's like, okay.
He has mind powers. He's vegan.
He's got mind powers.
So is that all your hauls? Is that all your hauls, right?
That's all hauls, man.
Well, first off, I know Ashley's going to be proud of this because I finally found this guy, this fella.
Dun, dun, dun,
So I like him, but I'm a little disappointed. This cape is garbage.
Oh, it is.
This is
garbage.
Pure garbage.
It is garbage.
And they put a plastic piece to, I don't know why, I guess to hold the cape in place, like in the packaging. So it's going to punch a hole in your cape, or a hole is punched in your cape.
Yep.
Which is stupid.
Batman.
I was happy that they did give you a cape with the yellow shield on the back. I mean, that was a good. I think it's weird. I think all of these figures, their face paints for some reason are a little weird. Like some of them are like lighter shades than others. Like the paint applicators are a little weird. But other than that, I think it's. I don't know. It's a neat figure. It would have been cool if you got like the ring with it, like you did with the old. Figures and stuff.
And he's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, just a little
bigger.
bit. I was gonna say I can compare the two.
Yeah, he's slightly bigger than the original.
Yeah, he's this one. He can kind of swallow him a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I still like him though. I mean, I still got to get the Batwing. I almost pulled the trigger on it recently and I didn't get him, but. One thing I got super excited about was I was able to find a Super 7 Roger Rabbit. Yeah, the reaction figures. I've still got the box. Like, cool. Oh my God. I haven't seen, I just saw this one randomly at Target. And it comes with with his handcuffs. And, but he was just, by himself. And I really want to get, the top three for sure. I saw Jessica Rabbit randomly at like a comic shop up in North Georgia, but I really want to Judge Doom. I wish they'd do an Eddie. I want an Eddie figure, an Eddie Valiant. But yeah, love my Roger Rabbit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. I may have mentioned it on another podcast, but I know that like Ray had helped me obtain some Star Wars figures. I was able to get the Rosario Dawson Ahsoka figure, the Jedi Wanderer Obi-Wan Kenobi, which was like, I guess, was that the first one they released, Ray?
Yeah, that's the only one they've released so far.
Okay, I was going to say, so I've got him, and he comes with Lola and all that, or Lula, or how you say her, the droid,
Lola.
which is really cool. I thought that was neat that the droid comes with him. But I also haven't unboxed this yet. But this Golden God, Cobb Vanth. So I can't wait to unbox this. It's almost like this thing where it's like you're wanting to savor it. So I've just been biding my time, but I can't wait to crack this open and start playing with him.
It's just too cool for accessories.
School. God, he looks so good. I like the figure's good. I love the art on the side there. That's great. But yeah, Cobb Vanth. I was super, super happy about that. I think Ashley, you're going to go crazy, but I found these recently.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This is the Street Fighter G.I. Joes This is the arm action guile.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So like you do that, and then this one was just like a paratrooper guile, and I only had this piece of him left. If you look, he had. I think he came with a parachute. There was some.
Oh yeah.
There was like the parachute hook on the back and stuff. I remember he didn't work. I dropped him off, I think, a house or a shed or something. And he didn't work. But yeah,
Hey,
I found these and I'm loving it.
Hold them up to the original Superman. I just want to see how they scale. Okay. So they are regular G.I. Joe size figures.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking maybe the Street Fighter figures were a tad bigger, but I could have been wrong. I could be wrong.
It's weird. His neck shaky. But anyway, I think that was almost all of it. But I did get this one little last tidbit with Ray when we were at Planet Fun. But I found this Batman. It's from Batman Returns. It's like a little vehicle from a Happy Meal from McDonald's. Cool. And yeah. You put him on like a flat surface and you press the head down and he just takes off. And he works. I mean, and what's you really can't tell, but this thing is pristine. I mean, it looks like.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have scratches.
It looks like when I bought it. Yeah, when I bought it, it was $1, and it looks like somebody had recently freshly taken it out of its wrapper after almost 30 years, and then gave it to them or something. I don't know, but it was in such surprisingly good, almost brand new condition that I just grabbed it. But yeah, cool. So, but anyway, and I remember that line too, because I remember they had a Catwoman, and I think she had like a cat head or something on the front, and then you had the Penguin, and his was like a yellow, kind of similar to the duck, but it was a yellow vehicle, but it was a umbrella front, the swirly umbrella that would turn when you push the wheels, when you turn the wheels.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember that line distinctly because that was the Happy Meal toys, but they also had the discuses or whatever you want to call them. They would be on the top of the drinks. Do you remember any of that?
Yeah. Not right. I can't remember.
Yeah, I just remember that particular era. The Batman Returns marketing campaign was pretty crazy because they were hyping it up, but then the toys were kind of odd because they didn't know like how to really because the movie really wasn't that marketable to kids.
Yeah.
So
there was 4 of them. Batman's launching Batmobile. Batman on a motorcycle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had that. That was my favorite thing was the launching Batmobile because the front piece would come off and kind of be like it's
like a mini bat plane, I think.
Well, just basically like how it split apart on the sides and became like the Bat missile.
Oh yeah.
But instead of the sides popping off, they couldn't afford to do that for the toy, so the whole front of it came off with it. So it was like the front grill, and then the middle piece would just go flook and come off of it. It was still cool. I mean, it was pretty much similar idea.
Let's make our Batmobile come up. It has a gadget that knocks away 50% of everything that went into making it. Let's do that.
You mean a feature that's only for one specific scenario? And they're like, yeah.
Alleyway that's too thin for a regular sized car.
Yeah, and it got even worse to the point where in Batman and Robin, the first mission, we're going to the bank, we're going to the museum to stop Mr. Freeze, and they've got skates in their boots. They've got got skates in their boots.
I mean, look, even in Forever, in what situation is a Batmobile going to need a grapple gun?
Oh yeah.
Other than that one situation where
but there was at least excuses to get the grapple gun, like they had it in the first movie where he had the grapple gun to make him just turn a corner. He's like, I need to turn this corner a little quicker, a little sharper.
This time I needed to help me go up a wall.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, it makes me think of something. Have y'all seen Top Gun Maverick?
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh my God,
it is the best movie.
Dude, I've watched it so many times. I mean, I went to the theaters when it first came out.
The Danger Zone?
Huh?
You went to the Danger Zone?
Several times.
Wow, have we not talked about this movie previously?
No.
I feel like we have. So yeah, I went and saw it in 40X, man. It was like,
oh God, where the
seats moved. I mean, the chairs moved. This was the only movie I could think of that would have been a perfect 40X movie, because the whole time I'm just like, a kid in a candy store. Other than the moments where, because if you really remember, it only slows down momentarily in parts, but for the most part, you're just full speed and training and stuff. It's perfect, man. It's perfect.
That movie is so awesome. You haven't seen it?
Nah, not yet. I need to watch it. It's on Paramount Plus, so I can watch it so as soon as I can.
It's so good. It is so good.
It is fantastic.
My wife didn't want to watch it either, and then I made him watch it for my birthday, and she was like, "That was better than I thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty good."
I have no doubts that it's going to be good. So
yeah, it is one of those movies where I was expecting it to be like, oh, it's probably going to be terrible, but they knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, they did.
And it's an event movie too. Like they really work behind the scenes to make to give you something to watch. I mean, the cinematography is just
Joseph Kosinski, the director, he's got a good eye. If you watch other stuff he's done, he has a lot of care put into the craft, so it makes sense especially for a movie like that you want to get your bang for your buck with some spectacle, and he really puts it in there, that grounded spectacle.
But I was watching the behind the scenes though, and like he didn't even know sometimes what they would come back with, because they would go up in the jets and have the camera like sitting right here, and they would run their lines while they're flying and stuff. So all of it's like legit real. Yeah. And it is so crazy when they make those faces when they get, when the G-force is hitting them and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like I was surprised, because even when they were marketing all the flight gimmicks, I'm like, how much of that is that really going to show up in the movie? Like they're still going to have to impress me with. It's probably still going to be mainly them sitting in a cockpit, like, hey man, oh god, but like the cinematography it makes you feel like you're really in the cockpit all the time.
I bet there's some B-roll footage where there's something like Miles Teller's up in the cockpit, and then like 5 minutes in, he's like, oh, we got to go back. We got to go out. What? I just browned my pants. We got to go back. We got to go back.
No, this is probably him. He's probably up there just like.
And then Tom Cruise like screaming, "No, you're going to finish this. You're going to sit there in your fluids, and you're going to finish this scene."
It's like, I can't fix this, Tom. I can't do it. But anyways. All right, guys. I think we've had it. We've had a toy discussion that led into Top Gun Maverick and all the beauty that it is.
We went over a lot of touchstones that you should always talk about when you're talking about toys. Will Patton, for one.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I love you. I love you, boys. I love the family that is out there that is watching us. I love the world. And I bid you guys adieu. Have a fond farewell and a good toy life. How about that?
Bye-bye. I bid you fondue.
I bid you a fondue, mister.
That toy life. To catch these ghosts, you need the real Ghostbusters.
Nice landing, Han Solo.
Spaceships and Luke Skywalker sold separately. Batteries not included.